It's Miss Rachel from the William Jeans Library, and I have some poetry for you. We're celebrating Poetry Month, and I have a poem to read you today written by Winnie the Pooh. Did you know he was a poet? This is from a book called The Complete Tales of Winnie the Pooh, which is written by A. Milne, and the book is illustrated. It's kind of funny. It threw me off because it says Decorations by Ernest H. Shepard, and that means the drawings that decorate the book that go along with the complete tales of Winnie the Pooh. And I'm reading this with permission from the publisher, Penguin Random House. This is a really big book, and I am going to read a part of it starting on page 96, and you will get to hear some poetry from Winnie the Pooh. "Hello, Roo, my little fellow. We were just going home," said Kanga. "Good afternoon, Rabbit. Good afternoon, Piglet." Rabbit and Piglet, who had now come up from the other side of the hill, said, "Good afternoon," and "Hello, Roo." And Roo asked them to look at him jumping, so they stayed and looked. And Kanga looked too. "Oh, Kanga," said Pooh, after Rabbit had winked at him twice, "I don't know if you are interested in poetry at all." "Hardly at all," said Kanga. "Oh," said Pooh. "Roo dear, just one more jump and then we must go home." There was a short silence while Roo fell down another mouse hole. "Go on," said Rabbit in a loud whisper behind his paw. "Talking of poetry," said Pooh, "I made up a little piece as I was coming along. It went like this, let me see now." "Fancy," said Kanga. "Now, Roo dear." "You'll like this piece of poetry," said Rabbit. "You'll love it," said Piglet. "You must listen very carefully," said Rabbit. "So as not to miss any of it," said Piglet. "Oh, yes," said Kanga, but she still looked at Baby Roo. "How did it go, Pooh?" said Rabbit. Pooh gave a little cough and began. Lines written by a bear of very little brain. "On Monday when the sun is hot, I wonder to myself a lot. Now is it true or is it not, that what is which and which is what? On Tuesday when it hails and snows, the feeling on me grows and grows, that hardly anybody knows if those are these or these are those. On Wednesday when the sky is blue and I have nothing else to do, I sometimes wonder if it's true that who is what and what is who. On Thursday when it starts to freeze and hoarfrost twinkles on the trees, how very readily one sees that these are whose, but whose are these? On Friday—" "Yes, it is, isn't it?" said Kanga, not waiting to hear what happened on Friday. "Just one more jump, Roo dear, and then we really must be going." Rabbit gave Pooh a hurrying up sort of nudge. "Talking of poetry," said Pooh quickly, "have you ever noticed that tree right over there?" "Where?" said Kanga. "Now, Roo." "Right over there," said Pooh, pointing behind Kanga's back. "No," said Kanga. "Now jump in, Roo dear, and we'll go home." That's part of a longer story, and if you read this book, The Complete Tales of Winnie the Pooh, you will discover that Pooh was trying to distract Kanga because they were playing a little trick on her. They were trying to distract Kanga with poetry. I don't think that you need to use poetry to distract anyone. I think you can enjoy creating poetry and listening to poetry and reading poetry just for its own sake. But I thought it was a lot of fun to hear a poem written by a bear of very little brain like Winnie the Pooh. And I thought Pooh's poem was pretty good. What did you think? You can tell me what you think. You can tell me by sending me an email or by messaging me on our Facebook page at William Jeans Memorial Library. Or if you remember, you can tell me when you come back to the library next time. Hopefully soon. Happy Poetry Month! I'll see you again for some more poetry soon.